Hello friends, happy Monday. My name is Ray with Dizzy Designer. And I'm going to show you something awesome that I found today at Hobby Lobby. They have got 75% off of the spring shop is what the label is. So anything that you find in with that label right now is 75% off in stores only. My store still had quite a few. I mean, not like an abundance, but like 5 or 6 of these. So this was a kit that was normally $45 and I got it on sale for like 11 bucks today. It is a very thick piece of wood. It's pretty big. Let's see here. Probably, do I have my tape measure? I'll tell you how big the round is. 19-inch round. And then it has 12 of these different attachments for the different seasons. And what I love is that they're magnetic. So something I'm going to look into for my pieces. But what I thought we'd do tonight is just do a piece or two. But let me show you real quick the different pieces that came in my kit. Good afternoon, Wendy. So we have this fall piece. There's also a sunflower. I kind of went through and put them in order. I think I have them in order. There's a snowman. Happy New Year. A cute heart for Valentine. A little shamrock. Hello, Deborah. Some cute little Easter bunny butts. Everybody loves bunny butts. Some flip-flops for summer. Flag for like 4th of July. A little cupcake you could do for like a birthday. This one's just round, so you could do whatever you want to on that. And then let me show you again, because I see there was a bunch of people on there. Why can't I think? Pumpkin and leaves. Oh my goodness. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with my round yet. So what I'm gonna do is just paint the pieces. There's still sticky glue like stuff on here too from where it was glued down. I'm thinking what I'm going to do for my round is do like a little bit darker than this natural wood color and a stain for the majority of the background, and then fill in my letters, the words, and then this part around it in a darker stain. That's what I'm thinking, and then that would go with every single piece no matter what I decide my colors to be later on. Hey Vicky. Hi Grace. Betty. Hello, thank you so much. All right, so I'm gonna start with my fall piece right here, the pumpkin and leaves, and then we'll probably still have time, and then we'll work on this one because I don't think that's gonna fill up our entire time. So let me tip you guys down, and we will go ahead and get started. Let me see here, I feel like I got you guys crooked. I do have some paint colors already picked out. I have got King's Gold, Bright Yellow, Flag Red, Spiced Carrot, some Limeade, Shamrock, and potentially some Toffee. I might use a little bit of brown in here. And I also pulled out my metallic, my pure gold, just in case. I don't know if we'll use that or not either. Let's see, do I have another orange? Hold on a second. Jack-o'-lantern. Those ones are really close. I don't know if there's enough spiced carrot even in here. We might have to use, I got 2 spiced carrots. We're gonna try it. Hello, Carol, Susan, Chris, how is everybody? Ooh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is get some of my orange, and then I'm gonna get some of this mustardy yellow. Ooh, I've got a big old paint booger in there. It doesn't wanna come out. And we're gonna kind of mix them together. Hi, Susan. Hello, Jean. I'm going to do, and I'm not gonna I'm gonna use the whole space. You see how it's kind of outlined and blank? I don't want that left blank, so I'm going to kind of just paint the whole area. And we'll see how this works, because it's different wood than what I normally cut with, but it should still paint just fine. I'm gonna go through and just kind of paint the entire thing to get started, and then I'm gonna go back in and kind of blend it a little bit and make it look more realistic. Let's see here. I might need to get a smaller brush here for my edges. Thanks, Christine. Hello, Daryl. Hi, Judy. All right, so we're gonna go around our edges very, very carefully. I want to keep my leaves good if I can, but I can always paint over them if I mess them up, right? That's the good thing about paint. And this section, there we go, would be pumpkin again. Just gonna kind of paint right over where that stem is at on that leaf, and we'll just paint around it. Let me go back through there. There we go. Just using a smaller brush right around my edges here. Hi Lisa, how are you? Oops. So a little bit sloppy, but we'll clean it back up when we go through with a different brush here in just a minute. And I'm gonna finish filling in my pumpkin, and then like I said, we'll go back in with some different colors and make him look a little bit more realistic, hopefully. It should still blend the so says that we're trying to reconnect. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. I have you guys set up on the internet on the MiFi tonight, so hopefully I don't have too many connection issues. I'm sorry about that. All right, I'm gonna grab some more orange out. So you wanna make sure your paint's wet when you try blending. Almost out. And then I'm going to add some of the, what is this, King's Gold with it. And kind of just add that in to give it a little bit of dimension. So my edges will be darker, and then in the center parts of each little, goodness, we went through this last year. Are these considered ribs, maybe? Pumpkin ribs? I don't remember. There'll be a yellow, or lighter, I should say, in the middle, darker towards the edges. Let me know if you remember what they're called. Hello, Joan, how are you? Tracy. See lots of new names on here tonight. Where's everybody watching from? And then I'll go back through again and darken up my edges and maybe even add some of that, what was it, toffee color to make it more dimensional as well. And you can leave it, you don't have to blend it completely. You can leave chunkier colors in if you want to. Shoot, I've seen people making pumpkins with like blues and pinks and whatever, so your pumpkin can be whatever you want it to be. So I don't know, can you guys see this up close? You can see the dimension in it just from kind of blending a little bit. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to dip into my orange a little bit with the toffee to make sure that it blends good, because that orange is probably starting to dry up now. Just want to make sure that your paint is wet when you're trying to blend, or it won't blend very well. I feel like that got a little bit dark, so I'll probably just keep blending. Blend, 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 blend. Well, let me show you again in the camera. It just gives it more dimension. Can you guys see that? I feel like you might be seeing it kind of flat. I'm gonna go through and do the same thing on this little part here. And with blending, you just keep going back and forth. If you think it's too dark after you've blended, you go back in with a little bit more of the light color, which I'm going to do right here. I feel like I might have gotten a little bit carried away with that darker color. Just going to keep blending it until we're happy with our color. What is your favorite color leaf for the fall? Ruth in Southeast Michigan. Hello, hello. Christine is in Michigan. Add a little bit of that bright yellow in here. Oops. Left that a little too streaky and unblended on the side there. All right, and I just got one more little spot on this side that we want to do with the darker color. Has anybody else gone to Hobby Lobby and gotten any of their 75% off deals? Got these cute little garden creatures that I've been looking at for a while. They were on sale for 75% off, and I kept looking at them. I almost bought them a few times, and I kept putting them back, and then I saw them today, and I was like, oh no, that is a sign. They are speaking to me. All right, so there we go. Just a blending of those three colors. I'm gonna rinse my brush here. And then I'm gonna start doing some of my leaves. Carol, you like rusty brown? My favorite ones are the bright red ones. So I'm gonna use, we've got 1, 2, 3 different leaves. I think I'm gonna do a red one, maybe a yellow one since we've got the orange pumpkin, and then a green one is what I think I'm gonna do here. So let's do, I don't know. I don't know which ones I want to do, which color yet. I'm going to do 2 different color greens. I always like to use 2 different color greens when I use green. And I'm going to switch over to, well, I'm going to go, should I rinse this one? I'm going to use a smaller brush here. I think, let's do red and yellow on this side. We'll do this one over here, green. I'm going to come down here and kind of make my leaf back in because we went over the edge. Just going to try and fill it in there. And then I'm going to use an itty bitty brush here to do the edges of my leaves, just to outline it. And then I'll just fill it in like a painting or coloring book page. Bright red is your favorite too. Closest Hobby Lobby is 40. Oh no, Ruth. I don't go out to Hobby Lobby very often, and I hardly ever catch the good sales. So I was very excited today when I went in there and saw that. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a sign I have to go shopping. I usually like Michael's better, but Michael's is quite a ways away from me. Oops, I don't know why I'm doing the edge of these because these ones are going to come off the edge anyways. That's all right. Just going to finish doing what I was doing there. Go back and fill in my red leaf. And you can do the same thing with this. You could use different colors of red and kind of blend them together to give them more dimension, more life. I don't think that I'm going to right now, but I might. I might finish it up off of the live. I'm going to give you guys an idea. I just thought that this was way too good of a deal to pass up. If you have a Hobby Lobby and you're able to get out and get one, definitely, this is a good price for this kit. Hello, Sue. I do want these to go to the edge, but I don't know exactly how I want to do it because I like the shape of the leaves. So, I don't know, I'm going to let that sit just a minute while I figure out how I want to do that. Rinse our brushes back out, and I'm going to go do my King's Gold, so my mustardy yellow is going to be this top leaf. I'm just going to outline it first like I did the bottom. I do really like the shape. I guess I could do like maybe a sky color blue around the edges if I want to keep the shape. I don't know, I'll figure all that out. I'll go ahead and color in what I can for now. I can always finish that later. Do all my detailing at a different time. I also got, they had 4th of July stuff that was included in the sale, so I got a couple of 4th of July rounds for next year. There's some other fall things that were in there. There's like a fall truck, or maybe that wasn't part of the sale. Maybe it was just a cheap project. I don't remember. But I did get some other things to paint as well. I can fill it in. This leaf I may come in and do some different yellows in though, just because I think it'll make it look, red's gonna be harder I think on this board to blend. But definitely we can do some orange or some, like the, see how it's mixed right there with the pumpkin color? We can do that into our leaf to give it some more dimension, maybe like the little lines in the leaf. And then I can throw in some brighter yellow in some spots to make it look like it's got some highlights. I am kind of considering that blue around the edges of this though. I think that might look good. So I'm gonna leave it like this and we'll worry about the edges later. I'm gonna try this orange for, it's definitely gonna need to be blended more. I don't like it. I don't like it. So let me grab out a wipe here. Oh, they're dry. I don't know if these are gonna work. Hello, Brandy. These ones are still good. Whew. So I got it before it dried all the way, so I can just kind of wipe it up. You'll still see a little of the orange, but that doesn't look bad, I don't think. But I don't like that stark orange. And then I sit there and redo it, but that's why, because I want them to match. So I'm gonna just kind of wipe it up and just give a little bit of orange look in there. And give that leaf some dimension. That's what we're looking like so far. And then this side, I'm gonna do a green leaf. I should say green leaves. Put all those wicks are all dried up. And I will do this one dimensional. I'm gonna do the outside edges in my dark green to start. And then I'll do like an ombre into the middle of the leaf and a lighter green. Or brighter green, like a lime green color. You guys are a quiet bunch tonight, or I'm not getting comments. I think I saw some comments, so I should be getting comments. I did see comments. Is it because it's Monday and everybody had to work? Hello, Patty, how are you? I got a lot done last night and a lot done today. I have a couple more orders to get cut tonight, and then I'll be all caught up from when I took time off, and then I just got to start working on new products for the website. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to the smaller brush here. A little bit bigger than what I was using, but smaller than the big brush. I'm just gonna kind of do my edges. But then while it's still wet, I'm gonna go and add the lime green in the middle to kind of blend it. Let me see what that looks like. And then we'll do some green, some darker green up around the middle parts as well. I feel like this wood sucks the paint up way more than the MDF that I use, so it's a little bit harder to paint than what my kits are. But it's not bad. Oh, darn it, I went right over my edge there. All right, let's go. See, now because I'm not rinsing my brush, it's just starting to all blend together a little bit more, which is fine. It's the look that I'm going for, so I'm not going to change anything there. Just going to keep blending. I just want it to be lighter in the middle. You guys don't have to do it this way, just the way that I want it. You could paint it however you wanted to. Do this last one here. Just mix that green. Could definitely do a better blending job. Just keep working the paint until you get it looking the way that you want it to. So there's my green leaf. I'm gonna go in now though and do my little, the inside parts, whatever those are, the little veiny things, and the darker green. I feel like that one got a little bit carried away. Hello, Michelle, how are you? Then you could go back in with some more of the lime green and just kind of blend it out a little bit more. You're not done painting until you're happy with your painting. Same thing for if you're painting like on a canvas. You're not done until you're happy with it. So if you do something and you're not happy, let it dry and repaint over it. This green leaf is giving me a little bit of trouble. It's not going exactly like I want it to, so I'm just going to keep working on it until I love it. That's pretty close. It might be. I think I like it now, so I'm going to leave that. And then for our little pumpkin stump up top, I'm going to do that in the toffee color. Toffee. And maybe a little bit of green as well. I'm just going to outline my edges again. Where are we at for time? We got about, what, 15-ish minutes left? 20 minutes maybe? I think this is going to turn out cute. And then you got all the different seasons. You can paint them all at once if you wanted to, or you could put it up and paint them as the seasons come along. I tend to paint in the seasons, so I probably would just hang this up for now and put the extra pieces up. And then when we get closer to like Christmas season, then I would go and do the next one. Oh, there we are. I like the colors. Sorry guys, we cut out again. I got you on my MiFi. I don't know why it's doing that. So here we are. I covered up how the stem was kind of swirled, but you could totally go back in and add that if you wanted to. I might go in with a little bit darker and kind of add some dimension to the stem after it dries. I'm going to let that sit there though. I'm going to go on over here to my sunflower because we got about 15 minutes left. So let me try to do a second piece with you guys. So for the sunflower, I'm going to probably use the bright yellow, a little bit of the toffee, and definitely the King's Gold. I love King's Gold for my sunflowers. So I'm going to put a little bit more on here because I don't want it to be mixed with that orange. And then I didn't use any bright yellow yet, so I'm going to add that to my little palette here as well. Oops, I got a lot of it. I didn't mean to. And I didn't rinse this brush yet, so let me do that. probably just paint the entire thing in the King's Gold to start. So I'm just gonna paint the entire background and then work from there, because it's all gonna have this on here anyway. So instead of doing one at a time to start, I'll just do it all. Then we'll go back through and do each leaf individually, or each, what are they? They're not leaves, each flower. I need more King's Gold. I figured I had too much, but this wood, like I said, sucks it up a little bit more. You'll definitely go through more paint than what you do when you use my kits if you were to get this. I feel like my kits take the paint really well. And this one is just eating it up. What is your favorite thing to paint for fall? I like painting pumpkins. I think pumpkins are fun. You can give them so much character with the different colors, giving them texture and bringing them to life. I like doing stacks of pumpkins, trios. All right, so just did yellow. I mean, you could color it just like that and be done if you wanted to. That's good enough. What I'm gonna do now is dip into that toffee color and kind of go around my edges. And I might have had a way too big of a brush to do this here. But they're just gonna blend. It's gonna all blend when it's done. It'll probably look better when it's done. Right now it's probably gonna look pretty sloppy. I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush. I feel like that one's way too big. Hey, buddy. I see some of my kit members, my club members on here. The kits all went out in the mail this morning. So you guys should get those soon, and I'll probably go live tomorrow for the subscription club and do that project with you guys in that private group. Yeah, this definitely looks sloppy up close. I guess even in the camera it looks pretty sloppy, but I'm gonna go through and do all my edges like this. And then I'm gonna go back through and retouch up all of the centers how I want them to be. And I like to do different fun things on the inside. On this part. So you could do like cheetah print on the inside. You could do some polka dots, do whatever you want to make it fun. Some checkered patterns, you can leave it plain. But I like to do something special on the insides of them. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm intentionally leaving my brush strokes pretty messy. I don't want it to be perfectly rounded. I want to give it dimension, and flowers are not perfect. So some of these are really thick around the edges, some of them are thinner. And I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do the middle part the same way. And I'm not gonna make it a perfect circle. I'm gonna leave some of it kind of scraggly on the inside. I'm gonna mix it back with my King's Gold, kind of blend it. And then I'm going to go back in with some King's Gold into my middles. And if you need to, here's where you would grab some more of that toffee color to kind of blend it back out and just fix any, if you want it blended more. You'd be able to fix all of that here at this step. And then after this step, I'm going to go in and do some of the lighter yellow or the brighter yellow. But these are my favorite fall colors. So if you're not sure on your colors, I'll give you this list again here real quick. Let me see what time we're at. Oh, we're still good. I'll give you the list of colors that I use. And these are always my go-tos. So I actually need to go and get some of them replaced because they're almost empty, and it's definitely fall painting time. I just think these colors blend so good together. And like I said, I'm not going to be done with this. I didn't do the background yet. I got to figure out what I want to do with the background, but I'll definitely post some pictures of this finished and put together on the sign in the next couple of days once I figure out what I'm going to do for my background. And then I'll also work on details. Details are your final piece. So this looks good, but I'm not done with it yet. I'll still put some details on here to make it really pop and finish it off. There's where we're at with our sunflower so far. Again, could be finished completely if you wanted it to be. I'm going to dip into my brighter yellow, and I'm going to come back through to some of these, not even all of them, and just brighten up that yellow in there. You could also come through and add some of the brown back in. So I'm going to do like maybe every third one. Let's go, we're going to do this one. You could just do half of it. You don't have to do the full flower petal. So many different ways you can do things when you're painting. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. And I might go in and do that though in a second here. And then we're gonna do maybe this one. I'm gonna do these two. And then I think that's kind of blended out good around the whole thing. It just kind of throws a little bit of, throws it off balance a little bit so it's not too perfect. So there we go. Can you see where there's different? Some of them are brighter than others. And then again, if you wanted to, you could go back into some of them and add a little bit more of the dark, maybe around just part of it. Or throw some lines in there. See, I just kind of threw that in there. It just gives it a little bit of a shadow. And I'll just pick a few different ones. Let's see where I want the next one. Maybe right over here. I'm just going to do two of these this way. And it just gives a shadow on these few to make it look a little bit more dimensional. I got thicker than I wanted it to, so I'm going to go back in with some more of this yellow. King's Gold yellow, and just blend it back a little bit because it got a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more bold than what I wanted it to look like. So there we go with that, and then I'll probably come back through and do like some cheetah print on the inside of this. And I'll definitely do some details on here. We still got about 10 minutes, so maybe I'll work on some of this right now with you guys. I'm gonna grab a darker brown. Let's see, nutmeg. I don't know if nutmeg's gonna be as dark as I want. We're gonna try it though. I'm gonna grab a nutmeg, squirt a little bit of that on here, and I'm gonna go back to just one of my tiny little brushes, my little round tip ones. And I'm gonna like outline a little bit on here. It's not gonna be completely outlined. It's just going to kind of give you some idea of where the prior outline was. Because remember, I kind of went around the entire thing. But again, you can blend this up so it's not such a harsh line there. Which is what I'm going to do here in just a second. Kind of go around the edge here. I'm not going to worry about being perfect. It's not, there's nothing here that is perfect. Just kind of gives it a little bit more life. And I'm just blending up that lighter color back into it. See what that did to it? That made it pop. Made it look way more realistic. So I'm gonna do the same thing probably around my edges. You have to be careful with using the brown color because it's gonna make it look too coloring book. Not realistic. I don't know what words I'm trying to say here, but it's not gonna look exactly how you want it to if you're not careful with that. I'm gonna go in and give this a little brown stem or a leaf. Oops, I think I just dipped into both colors and I meant to go into the darker brown. And that'll make it stand out more, make it look like it's 3D instead of just laying up against there. Let's see, I thought this one popped over here too, but it does not. These ones look like they're like behind the pumpkin. But you can go back in these pieces very gently if you want to. Very light. Like so, and make it stand out a little bit better too. I could have done that with a lighter brown, even the toffee color might have looked even better. This is kind of dark, but I can go back over it and cover it if I don't like it. I'm gonna finish it off with this though since I started, and we've got just a few minutes left, and then I'll show you this in just a second. This other piece pops through here too. There's that one, and I can leave it like this. I actually might. I do kind of like that. Up close it seems really dark, but I think on the door it's going to look good. And I'll go back through with this darker green too and redo the little pieces through here to make them stand out a little bit more. Now that it's all dry and we've got it all blended. Because these details I think it just finalizes everything. It pulls it all together. Sorry, I know I've been kind of quiet on this one. Hello, Laura, Candace, and April. How are you? I feel like there's more details to pay attention to on this one because I'm actually trying to follow the lines here. So there's that. And then I really do need to do something with this red. Let me see what the tan would look like. I don't know if it'll even show up. Yep, I think that's gonna work. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. So I'm using the toffee color now on the red little pieces to make those little lines stand out on the leaves. It rained. My husband wanted rain for luck. I'll be done in just about 5 minutes. So he.
When you guys get back, I'll hang out down here and play Switch.
All right, sounds good. Anyways, yeah, my husband, he had wanted rain for the luck. So it had rained. It had been in the forecast for days, and I was really nervous because I just wanted some good pictures and I wanted us to have a pretty beautiful day, you know. And it ended up raining at like 12:30, so just after midnight it started raining, and I was like, yes, he's got his rain now for the luck, and hopefully it'll clear up for the wedding. And it started raining again just before our wedding, and I was panicking just a little bit. Oops, I got him upside down. And then it stopped just before we went to walk down to the ceremony, and it was so beautiful all day. The sky was just perfect. The clouds, everything about it was just perfect. So I couldn't have asked for a better day. I'm so happy it turned out the way that I wanted it to. All right, so we are here. I think that I'm gonna do, like I said, and do like, oops, sorry, a light blue, like sky blue behind the leaves to make them look more like they're popping again too. But I am thinking, sorry, about outlining this in that toffee color. Let's try it. Like I tell everybody all the time, you can't ruin a painting, right? I'm just gonna go through and gently do it, and I'm not gonna worry about making sure all of my lines connect on this. So like if my brush dries out, I'm just gonna leave a little gap in between. Which this is how I do canvas painting, so I should follow the same suit. Let's see, does that look, I don't know, in camera it looks like it's way darker. It doesn't look that much darker when I'm sitting here looking at it. I think it'll be all right though. I'm gonna also outline over on the very edge of it because we went to the very edge. So I'm gonna make my own little outline area. You guys, we got like 4 minutes. I think I can get this done in 4 minutes, so. Oops. The brush was not moving. That's a little bit thicker than I wanted. I'm gonna have to go fix that piece. So I'm gonna go back in here with some of the orange and kind of tone that down a little bit. I got a little bit carried away with my outline there. I just have to fix that when it dries. But there we go. I really like it. What do you guys think? And then you can go back in with some whites and kind of add some highlights and stuff too. And then here's this piece. Let me lift you guys up real quick. We got like just a few minutes left. I'll show you what these look like on here. And then after I get my board stained how I want it, I'm gonna take a picture of it all done for you guys. Let's see here. Just make sure I don't get any. Oops. So there we go. And like I said, I'll do blue around the edges to make it look like it's sticking out. And then here's our little sunflower. So there you go. If you have a Hobby Lobby close, make sure you go check them out in person only. It's in store only. They have 75% off. What was this called? Hold on. The wood, no, spring. Oh, it doesn't say on here. Spring Shop, I think is what it is. So anything in the Spring Shop collection is 75% off right now. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I think I'll be live again. I don't know, I have to check my calendar, but I think I'll be live again later this week. So if you're not following me, hit the follow button, and I hope you guys have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.